Hey, as you probably realized with the videos, I have not done much updates regarding the hospital stuff, the tests and things of that nature. I had a bit of a hiatus for a number of reasons, one of which I had a break in tests, but those tests are going to continue as of this coming week. I will have tests for the iron to see where that's at, and then I'll have a hiatus again, and then I will go back to the hospital later in the month to find out where I stand regarding all the tests, the hematology that would have come back for my surgery. This is for fibromyalgia, which is an ongoing situation. There are some things that I would like to address there, especially things that I've discovered since being diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And I'm gonna put some tidbits in here from when I recorded for the physiotherapy appointment, my first physiotherapy appointment that I had a few days ago, and that was eye-opening, that's for sure. So I'll put these in here right now and I will get right back to you. I am going to my first physiotherapy appointment this morning, and immediately as soon as I woke up, I researched, but what do you wear to a physio appointment? It just occurred to me I may not be able to just wear jeans and a top. I have on these shorts. One thing I've realized is that obviously things fit me differently now. So stuff tends to be dropping off the top, and I didn't quite, it just didn't occur to me. Since the surgery, my appetite has been so strange. Everything that I felt to eat has been junk, and I don't know why, because I'm not normally a junk person, definitely not a sweets person. When I first came out of surgery, the first few weeks, couple weeks, 3 weeks, I had to add sugar to things. I'm not a sugar adding person. My doctor mentioned to me, because I don't have diabetes, my sugar levels are perfect. They're low, actually. Told me that maybe my body has been craving for something, craving for the energy from it or something, so that's why I'm eating that way. But still, I didn't like that. I've managed to not add sugar anymore. But I know I still have an issue with sweet things. And now that I've just had my birthday, I want to more get off the sweet things now more than ever. I still have the fatigue. My sleep has gotten a little bit better. I am taking amitriptyline, which I'm not really a fan of. I am still trying to work it out, because sometimes I feel as if my heart palpitations get worse. Not sure about it yet. And sometimes, no matter how early I take it, the next day I feel odd, on top of the fatigue. So I don't know yet. But then I'm having the dreams out of this world. It's as if my anxiety is now going into my dreams. So that's happening. Oh my goodness. Had the energy a couple days ago in the morning to go for a long walk for the first time in ages, and I did it. I had to stop a couple times when I felt my body feeling as if, oh my goodness, I wish I was nearer home. Trying to get back home was a struggle. It honestly was a struggle. And I was sorry. I was glad at first that I had gotten so far, that I'd walked. And then when I was trying to get back home, because I didn't feel quite up to it, I was sorry that I'd walked so far. But then for the rest of the day, my body really felt it. And I had the need to conk out, but I didn't get the chance to catch up on that rest in the day that I needed. But it's fine. I'm normally not a rest during the day person anyway, even though, let me reword that, a sleep during the day person. I would rest because my body needs to do that, but there are times though that I really conk out. Oh, I forgot. The dizziness. I get awful spells of dizziness every single day, and I'm going through one right now. forgot about those awful spells of dizziness that have gotten even worse since surgery. My chronic fatigue has not really gone anywhere. The pain, I tend to have pains that wake me up at night, my hips, my legs. I have a constant leg pain. Don't know why I have it, but it's next to my knee, just a little below my knee, and I always have that pain. Don't know why. My hip pains are quite bad, and I've been limping. I already have issues with waking up on mornings and not being able to walk properly initially, so that was definitely worse. My depression and anxiety has risen, and I'm not feeling the best, but I'm trying my hardest to circumvent it. Sitting by the window, for instance. The window I wish I could open, but I am afraid to open it because there are always bugs outside of it, especially during this time of year when I really would like to open this window because it's very big. You can sit at it and stuff, and no, because I don't like the type of bugs that come in. I don't. See a bee trying to get in here. This is what I mean. I have to keep this window closed. Anyway, I'm done. Talk too long. I'll talk to you later. Bye now. So, this is where I'm at. Had a good rapport with the physio. We had a good discussion about my history. Thankfully, I'm always pretty forthcoming with all sorts of things. But I've learned something that's very sad. There's a big percentage of people who have physio who've had some history of abuse. So all the things that I'm now suffering from are a direct correlation to my abuse. And that's mentally and physically. So I'm a bit sad about that. It's like I'm never going to be able to forget what that has been like. I can never get away from it. Limping because I'm in pain and I have fatigue as well. Thankfully, the physio, even though he doesn't suffer from any of this, he understands the need for more discussion to be had about fibro and the real symptoms of it and what it does to the mind emotionally, how it affects people's lives and their well-being, their work, and such things. Sad. Anyway, yeah. And so, how am I feeling? I honestly don't know. I have to deal with questions all the time, like, so how do you think you will feel a while from now, like a few weeks? Do you think this will be a situation that will last a few months? And that is coming from every perspective. It's coming from friends, it's coming from everyday situations, it's coming from work. And for me, I can understand why folks would ask, because it's such a vague diagnosis that encompasses a whole lot of symptoms. One that's not talked about a lot. Most people, unless they've known someone else that has it, are not even aware of the chronic illness, or they may have heard it like me, but didn't get a chance to investigate it for whatever reason. And the thing is, with fibromyalgia, you have chronic pain, you have chronic fatigue, you have irritable bowel syndrome, you have dizziness, you have insomnia, you have numbness, you have stiffness in the shoulders and the joints, you have brain fog. And what's so funny is that, I mean, those are not the only symptoms. I can't remember everything else right now, but the funny thing is that only on hindsight, and I picked up certain things, and because I made note of some things in my life, I come upon stuff and I realize, oh, that's probably what this was, because I would have been complaining for weakness or feeling really tired, being breathless, excuse me, situations like that without knowing what was going on. I do know, and I am aware, that it is a combination of the fibromyalgia and breast implant illness, because I suspect I had that as well. So does my doctor. So I'm not surprised about that. However, I have symptoms that have carried on since then. It's over a month since I've had my surgery. And as I said, I'm not really getting into that right now, but I've realized that some things have carried on. And now that I have spoken with the physiotherapist for the first time, as you heard, there are a lot of things that have been addressed. Unfortunately, there is a percentage of people who would have had abuse in their past, that down the line, as they get older, then they're diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And unfortunately, I fall into that category. A question I'm putting out there, and this is definitely a situation, a video where I'm asking for some input. Is there anyone out there who gets triggered by their symptoms so that it's like a vicious cycle? Because I've finally been able to slot things together even more. Some of my symptoms, like the pain, which I'm even feeling right now, like the pain, like the numbness and things of that nature, which I'm almost also feeling right now in my toes and my feet. Things like that trigger me. The dizziness that I have been getting all day long today, which I have right now too, triggers me because they remind me of being hit a lot. They remind me of being on edge from being screamed at a lot and cussed at a lot. Some things remind me of other things that I don't really want to bring up right now. But yeah, that's my big question to all of those who have fibromyalgia and have had abuse. Do some of your symptoms trigger you? How do you work with that? And secondly, when you were first diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and of course you would have had symptoms that were there all the time, you just couldn't put your finger on it, and neither could your doctors. So you didn't have a choice but to try to push through, even though it had been hard. How do you manage once you've gotten the diagnosis? How do you manage with talking to people at your work and getting them to cooperate with you and understand that this is something that you're going to have to live with and try to work your life? You're going to have to rework your life in order to deal with the situation. How do you address that? Have you had any difficulties? Have you had to change your job? Have you had to stop working for a while? What has happened? Have you, I do know that depression and anxiety is part of it as well, all in the nervous system, all linked. How do you manage? Because I am triggered and because I have other things going on with me, and that I find that it's hard. It's hard. I am now at a point where I'm not sure how to deal with anything. Yeah, so these are some questions. I really don't have many answers today, but as I find out more about my fibromyalgia, if you would like to know more, if you'd like to be educated about my experience with it and anything that I may find out that will be of help to those who know those with fibromyalgia and those who do have fibromyalgia or think they have fibromyalgia, please let me know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe and remember to check out the letshaveachat.co.uk website. It's a blog and a forum especially made for you to have conversations in a safe space. Hope you have a wonderful and happy and healthy, mentally healthy week ahead. Bye now.